First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from Ford Field.
Ready, break.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there. From scrimmage.
First down, San Francisco.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lance. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring out 3rd.
One of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for quarters every game. But ideally, you want to fight for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Lions will take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Rushing. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Lions, nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff up the middle. Gamble. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions at 14-2 heading into this final week. They've gone for a couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
On first down, Gamble, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Up the middle they go. Gamble. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Rushing. That one complete. He finds Shark. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, rushing, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game, that they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And Lance again going to keep it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Lance. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Then we get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Okay, ready?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lance. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Ready up? Ready?
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Badgley on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Niners 14, Lions nothing.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Off-play action, rushing. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rushing. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On the counter, ETN. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He'll drop this one off with ETN. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, rushing. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Lions nothing.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another run, this time McCaffrey.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Ready.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
At the 23-yard line. Okay, now.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. The Lance going to throw.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end was a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Here's Lance.
And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing on first down. Rushing. And Shark calls it in.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Rushing.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Rushing. Open man right side is Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a 1st down on that last catch.
At the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Rushing. That's once again complete to Chark. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
ETN up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Rushing. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Down inside the 10. And in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 34 yards. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And it's 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Lance now to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, old momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here's Lance to throw it.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now a play fake. Lance. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And they're using him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
This is caught. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Operating from the gun. Rushing. Finding Williams once more. Complete.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, regardless of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Operating from the gun. Rushing. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Lance.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
They're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Rushing. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Jordan Elliott picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On 3rd down, Gamble. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here comes Pettis on the return. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. McCaffrey on the counter. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Rushing. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Detroit. 56 yards.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far. But you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Gamble. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there.
That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And some room to maneuver. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
The tackling in this game has not been good so far. We've seen our share of missed tackles. Case in point, that one right there. And that miss led to another big play. I don't know if it's effort, I don't know if it's technique, but they'll have to work on that in practice.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A handoff, McCaffrey running right, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Now 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rushing.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. To throw again. Rushing. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And they'll run with ETN. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. Gamble calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. He'll try again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Fred Warner. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Rushing. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Gamble. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Rushing. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the return is Pettis. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run with McCaffrey off the option. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Rushing. This is caught by Williams. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 1st and 10. It's ETN.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Rushing. That one complete. He finds Shark.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Rushing.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Niners are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Okay, right?
And they will take a knee here. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So the victory here for San Francisco, and we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the 49ers,
a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down.
and now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Detroit, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time.